Hello everyone, and welcome to Unboxed. Today, we are going to be dealing with what is mental health. What is mental health? It's basically our cognitive, behavioral, or emotional well-being. Basically, how we think, how we feel, how we behave. It has a lot to do with how every individual realizes his or her potential in situations and how we cope, how we deal with them, how we manage. And of course, mental health can affect our daily life, the things we do, the relationships we have, and the way we function. Having good mental health is necessary for good communication, for our emotions, the way we think, the way we do things, for our resilience, and it plays a lot on things like our self-esteem and our self-confidence. It is the key to good relationships and also to the way that we are able to be productive and be an active part of our society or community. Mental health is a part of our general health. So what is health? That is basically a state of well-being, and that well-being includes physical, psychological, emotional, social, and mental wellness. It doesn't just mean not being sick or the absence of an illness. So if we have good physical health, but we're not well emotionally, and our mental health isn't good, then we cannot really say that we are in a good state of health. And to have a general state of well-being and good mental health, there are so many simple things that we can do, like ensuring we get a good night's rest, eating well and on time, learning to take breaks when we are tired or overwhelmed, having activities that we enjoy doing, hobbies or simple things like taking a walk in the park or keeping active in whatever way you like. And of course, having healthy outlets like having someone to talk to or playing a sport or doing something that can channel your energies into something positive. All of these things can help boost your mental health, but I know it's easier said than done. What happens when we don't take care of our mental health? Well, we start to develop lots of signs and symptoms, and a lot of times we're not sure what they mean, we're not sure where they're coming from, and it can be from simply being stressed out, or we can develop mental health conditions like anxiety or depression. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm saying this because I know a lot of people don't like to talk about mental health. Like I mentioned in our intro, we have a lot of stigma attached to mental health, and it is such a taboo thing. And unfortunately, there are lots of people who still don't think it's real. So instead of getting help, things just get worse. And instead of talking to a professional who can actually guide you, maybe diagnose you or treat you, it's left unattended and you don't do well. In medicine, there is a big general bracket of conditions that are known to be chronic and recurrent. Chronic meaning lifelong, and recurrent meaning with relapses. There are so many conditions that fall under this bracket, but I'll name a few that you are very much aware of. Hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease. Yes, so it's very similar to that in the way that it works. But when we think about hypertension, when we think about diabetes, we don't judge people and we don't tell them things like, oh, don't eat right, or don't take your medication, or don't go see the doctor. And we don't start pushing them away or excluding them from things and starting to see them differently. We don't. Now, persons go to the doctor for any physical illness, right? I fractured my foot, I have a headache, I have a cold, I have a pain in my back, something is wrong with me. No problem in going to see the doctor. No problem in taking medication because I have to. But why is it that when it comes to mental health, it is so wrong? Why? Why is it when it comes to mental health conditions, we now look at people so differently And we look at these conditions and treat them as if they were like something from the plague. That's not something that we should do. And that is something I hope Unboxed will help you to work on. There is also something very important that you need to understand when it comes to mental health conditions. And that is that mental health does not discriminate. Meaning, it doesn't matter your age, your gender, your race or ethnicity, your social status, your economic status, your sexuality, your geographical location, meaning where you live. None of these things matter. It doesn't matter what job you have. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. It doesn't matter. Any of us can be affected at any given point in time. So, I know a lot of times people are like, not me. No, not my child, or not my family, or none of that can ever happen to us. But that's not true. It can affect anyone at any time for a simple reason. We're all exposed to stressors and triggers, and these things can lead up to having mental health conditions. Or there might be some genetic or hereditary component. So someone in your family might have some mental health condition, and then you can develop it as well.